Hey, I'm going to Zumba, so I thought that what a great time to actually do two things at once. Are you a military spouse, family, and you're thinking about investing into real estate and like buying property when you get to a base and then maybe sell it or rent it when you leave? Let's talk about it. So here are the things that hubby and I kind of looked at when we thought about buying a house and investing in a property and then renting it later when we leave. Now, before I start talking about it, I have to say, and you have to remember, that I am not a realtor and I'm not a real estate professional, and what I'm talking about is only my experience, and it definitely might not be yours, and it might not be the right fit for you, because what works for somebody doesn't work for everybody. But anyways, those are the things that we looked at during my experience in buying real estate and investing in real estate. So the first thing we kind of looked at was, is it rentable? So if we're buying this house that we're going to live in for a little bit before we leave, when we leave, is it going to be rentable? You have to make sure that it's in an area that is kind of desirable, because if it's in the middle of nowhere, it's going to be very hard to actually rent it, and it's going to make your life a little harder when you leave. So think about that. Then another thing that we thought about was, does a BAH cover the loan that we're going to take to actually buy this house? And if it doesn't cover it, can we afford to pay for the difference between what it doesn't cover and what it actually costs? Typically, and that's actually a really good benefit, typically the BAH does cover your loan and your mortgage. So this is a good thing. Then we thought about, okay, would it benefit us when we grow older? Is it going to be a good thing for our retirement? And yes, it does, because it is passive income. And I will always we always advocate for passive income, right? Then we wanted to leave a legacy for our kids, because we have 2 kids, and my mom did that for me, and I want to do the same for my kids. I want to leave something for them, so when they grow up and they turn 18, they have something to start with, and they'll have like that residual income from the rent that goes to their account that they can use to do stuff. So that was a big thing for us too. Now, there are definitely some cons to it, because obviously there is pros and cons in everything. But for example, the bank doesn't consider, when you're about to take a mortgage, we used VA loans. The bank does not consider a property income from the rent as income until the property has been rented for at least 2 years. So if you have a lot of new property, the bank is not going to count that, and so it might affect your debt ratio. So look into that too. Then there is a lot of other things that we looked at, and I'm not gonna do all of this in this video because I'm almost at Zumba, but I'm gonna put a link in this video, under this video, about a blog that I wrote of some and most of the things that we looked at when we decided to invest in property as a military family. Again, it might not be the right fit for you, but it might as well be too. So I hope this helped. Bye.